They live like, yo, that shit go hard. That nigga said it's a ghetto up in heaven and it's ours. Black power.
Each one of our tribes no tienen el entendimiento de la Biblia. Esa es la cosa. Nosotros vinimos a enseñarles cómo leerla realmente. Porque Dios no es un Dios de amor. Dios es un Dios de guerra. Eso es lo que dice en el libro de Éxodo. Si nosotros venimos a enseñar solamente la Biblia como es. In the same way God fought for us in the Bible, that's what He's going to do for us right now in these times. De la misma manera que Dios peleó por nosotros en la Biblia, por ejemplo, con plagas y todo eso, Dios va a pelear por nosotros en esos tiempos también.
Bien. Acuna.
This is our ancient attire. Each one of our tribes have different attire. Some of the northern kingdom tribes still keep. Todos tribus.
Es lo que ha llamado la atención de muchas personas que han pasado por aquí, las que han preguntado, ¿verdad? Por esto es lo que ha pasado, porque necesariamente aquí en la ciudad de Piranha estamos acostumbrados a ver este tipo de cosas. Y es muy interesante lo que ustedes vienen aquí a ayudar, y la verdad agradecemos mucho que vienen aquí a ayudar a sus hermanos en la ciudad de Acuña. Eso sería todo por mi parte. Muchas gracias, la verdad, se fue un hermano. Mi nombre es Sebastián Flores, para todos los que gusten, aquí estamos. Si gusta dar un mensaje a la gente de aquí en la ciudad de Piedras.
I want to let everybody know that the Lord is fighting for His people, and it's time for us to fight back and turn back to Him. El mensaje es que sepan todos que Dios está peleando por su gente, y es tiempo que nos unamos nosotros y peleemos para atrás para regresar a Él. And it's time for us, Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, to come together and stand against the oppression that has been put upon us and love one another. Y es tiempo que los hombres negros, hispanos y indios nativos nos unamos otra vez y pelear contra los opresores y tenerlos amor entre nosotros mismos.
You ready for what he doing?
Okay. Muchas gracias.
You know he born for that.
Bueno, ahí se pueden observar a estas personas que vienen aquí a defender.
What's your name? Tried in the furnace?
Sus amigos.
Fire furnace, yeah. Is he gonna be Oscar Warren? Yeah. That guy. God, strong hands. Yeah, come. But it don't matter though. You know what I mean?
Where was the
you gotta answer the call.
Black spot.
Most time crazy. Yo, whose MacBook is this?
Schools now.
Schools now? I'm definitely looking at these stickers on here.
Oh yeah, it was donated.
It's my brother and my blood, and I will
die and kill for him if necessary. It's all about that.
That's good.
It's all about that warfare, boy. Hey, Graham, tell him, damn. Take ground. It's a we ain't the type. Tell them motherfucking lie, my niggas ain't polite.
We're going live in 4 minutes, y'all. 4 minutes.
I'd rather be a dead body than an hour pass. Okay.
Oh, after going live?
Yeah,
my bad. We're gonna start the show in 4 minutes.
Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas that are hard, you about to bite the bullet.
Take ground.
Approach this metal, move slow. Nigga, cool zone. It's like you got my piece past my face over here. About that warfare, boy. You want to back up, boy. It's all about that warfare, boy.
Go ahead.
Don't see the doctor.
Fall on his ass. Long live one West. Long live one West. All right, let's get it, man. We up in this motherfucker. Excuse me.
This is the late night.
Let's get it, man. Clap it up, man. Clap it up. We in this thing, man. One West Radio, you hear me? Keep clapping, shit. Keep clapping. We ain't even done clapping. We ain't got the clapping for Texas, man. Shout out to Texas, man. Kwame Sala. There, Mike. Keep clapping, man. Keep clapping. You know what I mean? Amazing work that's been done down there in the South, man. All the way in Mexico, man. God damn, these brothers went to Mexico, man. You know what I mean? They were saying mission to Acuna, Eagles Pass. You heard the story. It's amazing. What's the best thing about that? We about to have these brothers on the show tonight, man. They gonna give us the full breakdown of their mission. Captain Yatazak, Officer Dawa gonna be on here shortly. You feel me? But just want to definitely shout them out. All them brothers in Texas, man. I'll miss some names. I'm gonna say everybody I remember seeing though. I seen a lot of brothers. You know what I mean? So Captain Yatazak,
Shapat,
Officer Shapat, Malakwa, Gabba War, Tazadak, Oran. You know what I mean? Kahunga Bar, Karab, the Warrior Allah. You know what I'm saying?
Ram.
Yeah, Ram. That's the chef brother, right? Yeah, he be grilling like a mug too. Awanya Allah.
Habana was there.
What's the brother name? Adiyar. Yashikar.
Tapasar
was up in there. I wanted to say,
I believe he was.
Yeah, either way, he was working. You know what I mean? Tapasar. You know what I'm saying? All them brothers.
Karab.
Yeah, I said Karab. Karab was in there, John. You know what I mean? Like all them brothers, man. It's probably we missing some too, but all them brothers was working hard.
Man, their work was appreciated.
Hey, that shit was. Everyone know that was from the Lord.
Man,
now you cannot deny that the Lord was just,
with brothers.
His hand was there.
He you know what I'm saying? He was moving things around. He was shifting things.
Oh, shout out Yatazar. Officer Yatazar for New York, the Haitian brother, man.
He was there for sure. Crazy.
Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, our brothers, man, in the UPK down in Texas, man, and with combination with Officer Yatazar, he's the charge of Haiti. Man, they did something amazing, something that the Lord was with. Obviously, it shows that the Lord is with us, and that anyone, it's like it's so obvious that the Lord is with us and what we do, and it was just I don't even know what it was amazing. It was amazing.
Like
it
was something like
a miracle.
Absolutely, that's exactly what it was. A miracle, sir. And like when you sit back and think about it and see it, and when you get to just watch it and you just spectating because they were putting in the work at that time, it made me as a man in a UPK that's striving for perfection, striving to get on a chariot. It made me proud to know that every last one of them brothers is my brother, man.
Facts.
It made me like them brothers made me proud to let them know, like, nigga, we do our thing in Texas. We do our thing in the UPK.
That was extraordinary,
man.
It was ridiculous.
It was, man, it's like you can't.
Yeah, it's like it can't even speak
like your words get jumbled because you're so it just calling it amazing is not enough on it. Man. You know what I mean? Like
I was just so amazed of how many brothers they came together. You know what I mean? How they did it and driving hours at the middle of the night. And then I heard they went to some category 4 neighborhood where it's, super gang banged out.
No, real talk, cartel heavy.
Like then they got ran down from the federales.
You
know what I'm saying? Like all this
like
that's like when we say UPK, man, see it through. We say dependable, reliable, accountable, you know what I mean?
Predictable.
Like Man,
That's what it is.
Listen,
Like
they went to the they operated on a very high level. Straight up, they operated on a very high level. So much so that even our enemies, media, had to recognize
they were the men for the job.
Yeah, they recognized that these cats came down here with their own money, with their own agenda to go and save their own people.
Regardless, sir, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Regardless of what you saying, and you deny this here, okay, we'll go there. Like, we'll go find a way.
You know what I'm saying?
And then Dawah was breaking down the story. I don't want to get too ahead. I'm gonna let Dawah say, or y'all just when he said something, I said, yeah, that was an angel. That was an angel. In my mind, I was like, that was an angel.
Real tough.
Like I said, we about to have him on here shortly, man, about like 10 minutes. This show is definitely dedicated to them brothers, man. We're going over them the Haitian brothers under that bridge, man. What a hero is, man. Y'all love to call a lot of people heroes, but y'all never really seen a real life hero dressed the way that brothers was dressed as well.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you see how the brothers was dressed, type of one? You know what I mean? Type of one. Like, this is how we dress, but the world was where they like, what the hell
this
cat's into? Why is like wearing all this jewelry, all these garments, these fringes and these headbands, and why they black and Hispanic, and why they deep and 12-car curving and shit like that? Like, what are y'all here for? Like, it's just nothing short of amazing.
So it was amazing to hear the news anchor say it in that manner.
Yeah,
like the news anchor was like, there was black and Hispanic men that crossed the border of Mexico, dressed in manners that we don't have any understanding of how they're dressing. Like it was like, it was something that they couldn't believe. Like it was, and that's to piggyback on your point. That's what made it a miracle,
right?
Because people outside of the truth couldn't see that there's brothers out here fighting for them every day. If you didn't believe that there's brothers fighting for you every day, believe what happened to the mission to Acuna.
Right.
Believe it now. You know what I mean? Like, if you didn't believe that we're on these street corners fighting, and that you thought you didn't have a voice, you didn't have somebody that was going to speak for you and stand up for you and put their life on the line for you, come on, man. Mission to Acuna, man.
Let me get Zephaniah 2:1.
Kind of.
You gonna say something, Mike?
So like Captain Yatzis said to the reporter, he said the Lord is fighting for his people.
Mm-hmm.
And brothers saw that day that the Lord fights with priests and prophets. So that's how the Lord fought. He said those brothers to go feed the Haitians. That's like how the Lord fights.
Like, I'm just like I said, man, the water. The water for your service. A lot of people like to say to the white man, the water for his service when he goes and fight them wars, man. They should. They love America, but I love Israel, man. And
you damn right.
Them brothers went in and did the service of a priest and prophets, man.
Right.
Like, in unison, came together and loved to do it too. Like they look like they couldn't wait for some type of shit like this. like these guys was like, this is like, people think this is my thing, man. I've been taught this too. People think that that men are chosen, to do certain responsibilities. Nah, man. There's men that see opportunity and go get it done. And Captain Yazizak and them brothers in Texas, they seen the opportunity and they pounced on that opportunity, man, to glorify the Lord, man. And I said, God damn, that was beautiful. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to see an opportunity and jump up for the opportunity. Just like that, like the brothers did. They was so ready. They went in, basically chopped Jeremiah Hyman down. When I say chop him down, he did. He's like, we gotta do it, sir. We get Jeremiah Hyman. He's being cautious because he loves us. He loved the brothers. He want them to be safe. You know what I mean? He's telling the story in class. He want them brothers to be safe and all that. You know what I mean? But it was just like in them, it was just, this has to be done. Yeah. Yes, I will die behind this. Yes, I will go into a category 4 neighborhood and I would do this because this is my job. And I honestly think them brothers didn't even think about that.
Nope, they wasn't even a question.
They were just like,
wasn't even a question. Like, we didn't even think, like Survive May on the category 4 thing, right? A lot of people don't realize, like with the border patrol and some of those category 4 areas, they have like placards up and they replace them weekly, monthly, or daily. And it basically has this many people didn't die in the last 5 days.
Right.
Or this many people didn't die in the last 12 days.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and this is like the reality of these border towns.
Right.
And for us, it was never even a question.
Right.
For others, it was, oh man, we got to think about what we got to think. We got to question, should we do this? For us, it was, we have to do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the beautiful thing about this entire circumstance. It is showing there's a difference between us and you to think you can do what we do.
Right. And just to think about, man, just going back to our oppressor and
Sir.
thinking about like the 100,000 Afghanistani people they brought over to America, no problem. And the trouble that these 10,000 refugees had to come over and try to get to the border of Mexico to try to find a better life and been turned away, actually flown back to their place. Just imagine the irony of getting flown to America, like from Afghanistan, and then people that come from Haiti through Mexico and then flown back to Haiti. Like, you want to talk about the white man being an oppressor and hating God's chosen people? Like, you'll see it now. And that's why it's so important for God's chosen people, meaning the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, to come together and fight for one another. And the brother showed an example of how we can do that. Like, you know what I mean? The brother showed the example of how we can come together and say, damn the white man, we can build up a school in Haiti and everyone will be protected. We can build up a school in Jamaica and every brother is going to be protected under the Lord. It doesn't matter where you at. You don't like, I understand brothers want to come to America for a better life. And I understand that fully. You know what I mean? But wherever you're at, the Lord is going to be a protector over you if you come to serve him.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So for them to show the example, them cats might go back to Haiti on the plane. You know what I mean? But they'll know that they met the prophets of God.
They gonna remember the UPK.
Listen, they got a flyer. I know they got a flyer. They remember they see them brothers.
I seen brothers over there. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
passing it out. Like make it clear.
You're gonna go back and you're gonna be like, listen, this is who I'm gonna become, and I'm gonna be a hero in my country.
God.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a hero in my country, whatever the biggest city in Haiti is. I'm gonna become that in that place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get these brothers on the phone in about 3-4 minutes. That one, you want to say something, man?
Oh, I have that scripture.
Oh yeah, let's get that precept if you don't mind.
Zephaniah 2:1.
Mm-hmm.
Gather yourselves together.
Say it again.
Gather yourselves together.
The Bible says, gather yourselves together. Go ahead.
Yeah. Gather together, O nation not desired.
Oh, nation what?
O nation not desired.
Man, you listen, these brothers, these Haitian brothers ain't desired,
Man.
These brothers ain't desired. They got turned away. Babies and all. Karab said something so heavy. He said, man, they was asking for the boxes that we was breaking down so they can lay their baby down there on the boxes.
That shit hurt.
Yeah, after we left, they was asking for the boxes. You know what I mean? Some cat was trying to go back. He's taking the water that the brothers getting for free and trying to sell the water and oranges because he's so poor. He's so poor that he feels like he had to sell it. You know, like I understand that. He's like trying to survive for him and his family.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it's evil. It's evil, but he don't know no better. You know what I mean? I'm glad he got corrected on that. But can you imagine what they went through? The things they're going through. You feel me? Can you read that again?
Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
O nation what?
Not desired.
And that's what's so important, man. You're not desired. That's why the Lord had to show you that his prophets do care, though. You are desired by the men of the Lord. You are desired. Because when you fall under the Israelite family of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you are going to be looked after.
Damn
You're
right.
going to be taken care of. The white man ain't your father. Man, the Lord is your father. You get what I'm saying? And he gonna send his men to go greet you. You understand? Now you got to take that greeting and take that greeting and multiply that greeting by becoming this person now. Becoming who you see. You feel me? So it was just a heavy ass thing. We're gonna get more details on it. We're gonna go over. I'm gonna call Yadi right now. Man, let me see.
You want me to call him on my phone?
Text him, see if he's ready.
If I may, though,
Go ahead.
what you said is so heavy. Like what the brother was bringing out, like Corral was talking about. They wanted the boxes for their babies to lay in.
Mm-hmm.
Like that should create some type of understanding why you should not love this place.
Right. Like
in my mind, in the kingdom of heaven, the ground is not even worthy for these heathens to lay on. Because my children, my brother's children, have to try to at least lay in boxes just to protect their children, make them feel a little bit more comfortable than the floor.
If you see them pictures, man, like they putting their baby on top of their shoulders, trying to get against you know what I mean, past the shallow waters to get to the other side,
and then horses and whips. Like
they try to say that wasn't whips, that was the horse reins. It was whips, bro. I seen.
We saw you. We saw you. Listen, we saw the follow through.
Yes,
like
you see,
and the devil was enjoying doing that.
No, real talk.
Like it was in a natural state.
Yeah, like it was like the spirit of normalness for them.
It was like that scene in I'm gonna call him right now, Khan. It was like that scene in remember the movie 12 Years a Slave?
Man.
That dude that played Magneto?
Yeah.
Like he channeled his foreparents.
Yeah, he was in his essence.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
do your thing. Like it was to see this, brothers. It was ridiculous, upsetting.
Wow, that was ridiculous. That thing right in our ears. I didn't know that.
Shalom, yo,
Hey, yo,
what's going on?
Hey, yo, what's going on?
Hey,
you
you
Man of the hour.
That would die. Brothers in Texas, man. Malakwab, I can't even name. Y'all got so many brothers, man. But
shout out to Texas.
Shout out to the whole Texas, man. Especially that Houston, Killeen, and
San Antonio,
Del Rio. You know what I mean? I can't even. It was ridiculous. But Yachty, man, I'm glad to get you on the phone, man. We just want to. We want to know the ins and out. Break it down for us. I know you couldn't. I know you was doing the show earlier. You couldn't get on Jeremiah Hyman's class, but I'm glad we got you now. If you could break down, man, just tell us everything that happened and all that. Dawood said it so beautifully earlier. I couldn't catch the whole thing. I got to go to class, but go ahead. You got the floor.
Okay, come on, sir. Well, I mean, where you want me to start it from?
Recon. Started from the recons, y'all.
From the recon, okay.
Yeah. So
with the recon, we found out about the whole incident that was going on Saturday while we were at camp.
Salaki, I forgot to introduce you. Is Dawood out here?
Okay, he is well.
Okay, does he hear you though?
Hey, salam, sir. Y'all was Rikathom.
Hey, hey, I got on the phone. I can't believe I did this. This Captain Yatazak at 10,000. Offshore Dawood 5,000. This is the captain who led that mission to Acuna, man. Get that brother a hand, man. You know what I mean? That work, listen, man. That work y'all did was, amazing.
Inspirational.
I'm really in the loss of words. It was moving. You know what I mean? Niggas teared up in a strong way though. You know what I mean? Like it's just amazing. You know what I mean? So that I just want to introduce you before you go into your recon and all that. Go ahead though. You got it.
Come, sir. So we were at camp Saturday in Killeen, and General Q hit us up and he let us know about the incident and that we need to pay attention to it. So as I was looking at it and I was reading it, it was just blustering. Right. So I called Captain Kahan and I was asking Captain Kahan, is there something possible that he think we could do? He said, set it up, give them everything that they need to know, right, so he could present it. I was like, come. So I sat down with the 5,000s. We at camp, and we started running down a plan. We was about to go to Del Rio that night. And we at this time it was 9 o'clock. So we were at camp 9 o'clock at night, about to plan to go to Del Rio. Even though we had Hebrew Academy in the morning, we was trying to get out there. Right. So at the end of camp, we got out about 10 something.
You in the camp at 10 something? Okay, you're crazy. We in the camp 10 p.m.
It was really after that. It was probably about 10:45, 10:30 or 10:45. We got Hebrew Academy
the next day, but we were in the camp.
Listen, them brothers must suffer.
So I didn't mean to cut you off, but go ahead. Y'all just
that's exactly what it was.
Yeah,
I mean, the work don't stop because they got to go to Hebrew Academy and they got to get used to it. So
go ahead.
So we Officer Dawood, Officer Run, Officer Kanat, Officer Kabar, those brothers,
man, straight up.
Those brothers went to Rio right after camp. They went to San Antonio first and picked up, got in one car and then went to Rio. They got down there about 3 a.m, did recon, drove around, then came back at about 5 and then with the Hebrew Academy in the morning at like 6 or 7. After that, Monday, we had more information. We did a day recon Monday. Officer Dawada again went down there with Trooper Ayala one, and went down there and did a daytime recon. We saw exactly where to go and had a plan B and a plan C. Right. And I presented it, let them know what it was, and you know, all the way until the last minute, it was a lot. It was just it was too much of a risk. Right. But you know, when we saw how the media was taken to the idea of somebody coming, you know what I mean? We were like, you know, that was my Salakia, sir. You know, they really, we can do it, sir. You know what I mean? And we went, we got the okay. I got on the phone with the ICAM at probably about 9 o'clock Monday night. We got off the phone probably about 12. We had to be at the school at 6 in the morning. So, you know, nobody really got any sleep. We all mobilized, went to Austin. I mean, went to San Antonio, got together with each other. So that's Killeen, Austin, Rio Grande, Houston. We all met up in San Antonio, did what we had to do in San Antonio, getting everything, went down to the border. We was driving 40 miles an hour. It went from a 3-hour drive, turned it to a 6 or 7 hour drive because we were driving 40 and running into traffic and all of that.
It's because you had that big ass truck, right?
It was the big ass truck full all the way. It was full to capacity, right. and you know, it was just a lot going on with the truck. So we get to the border. When we get there, you know, it's 100. It's 3 or 4 gates, but it was like. The gate we went to was the one that we saw more people that was closer to the reporters. Right. And when we pulled up, we talked to the National Guard and the Border Patrol. They told us They told us to go donate our stuff to the church.
I read that part in the article and go ahead. You say what you said verbatim because I was like when you said that, man, Jerry Muhammad spoke on it. But even when I read that, I was like, oh, that was amazing.
They got it on camera too. That's the cold part.
Go ahead and say that shit though.
So they was like, y'all can go donate it to the church. I was like, to the church? I was like, why would we go donate it to the church when the people are not in the church? They under the bridge.
That was so west of you. I have to say that shit. Go ahead though. Go ahead. I want to keep hearing you.
So we go back. We start to car up to get ready to go to Mexico because we were going to go around. Right. As we come into the car, the reporters are like, hey, what they say? What's going on? So we started to break down what happened, how it happened, what they said, you know, how they really denied us access to give these people service. Right. And we have all of the things that they needed. And they were like, oh, that's horrible. So we told them that we were on our way to go to Mexico. So just to cut through the story a little bit, the people that were in Mexico were showing the people from Haiti that we were on the way. Ooh. Because they saw us on the news. Damn. They saw us with the reporter. So as we coming around, and Issachar, man, give it up for the tribe of Issachar because Issachar was hiding Levi in a park. Like they was taking care of Levi.
Say that again? They was what?
Issachar was hiding Levi in a park.
Issachar is known for that, man. Issachar did that with Judah too, man. You know what I mean? That's beautiful. Go ahead though.
And they did it with Levi. It was beautiful to see. But let me get to it. So when we get to the what is called Dawada?
Eagles Pass?
Negra.
Oh,
say it again.
Nah, let Dawada say it, Yatazak, because he was saying it like that nigga, like he was a Mexican. Damn self.
Hey, Salakia, sir. Ever since we went to Mexico, the Lord gave this brother the tongue because this brother is speaking Spanish fluent. Every sign we was reading, he was reading it like he was Issachar, right? So we went to Pedras Negras, and when we got there,
which means it means black stone. I heard today.
Black stone,
right? Okay.
So when we get there, What happened to Rocket? Then is when we met the black van. Okay, so that's when you see the video when we in the long line. That's right when we crossed the border. So we're in the long line waiting on our truck to get through because they didn't have the proper paperwork to go through they used the trucks coming through with paperwork. This is just a random truck. But they had to search it and do all that kind of stuff. No sweat. So we sitting out there, in the 12 car line. They were like, "What is this?" And they had the reporter. And that's the interview you saw with the SUBCRIBE brother Yashikar. Give that brother a hand.
Damn right.
That brother did an excellent job. And there was Yashikar talking to the news and the media about what we were going to do.
And that was beautiful, that display of, you know what I mean, you being a camp leader and being a Judite who can't speak Spanish, and he's translating what you're saying. And what he's saying sounds like in the Spanish language, it sounds more like, okay, you saying it in his other lore, and he's saying it
sounded like a little bit more intense.
It did. Yeah. It sounded more intense. It sounded more intense, and
he was putting emphasis on shit.
And they were like agreeing. They sounded like they were agreeing with everything he was saying. Like they felt that shit. Like damn, that was heavy. Like, you know what I mean? Like I couldn't see their actual reactions, but the questions back to you was more just endearing. Like, damn, like y'all gonna do this, and what are y'all about, and what's his Bible like? And even in the article, I don't mean to skip ahead, but even in the article, they weren't bashing. You feel me? Mm-hmm. They were giving it up.
No, they were actually appreciative. Yeah. It was actually like a moment of, damn, there's somebody else out here. Yeah. Like it was a moment of acknowledging.
I don't know if those two things correlate or even the same, but I'm just going off that. But go ahead, Salaki.
Yes, Salaki, sir. So I'm gonna get through it. I don't want to jump the gun.
Yeah, Salaki.
So when we were we had that interview, mm-hmm. They showed it to the Haitian brothers again to say that they on the way. Damn. So as we are leaving now, this black van pulled up, and they like, "Hey, y'all going here?" We were like, "Yeah." They like, "Follow us." So now we don't need the GPS. We just following them. And
because Salaki, in that black van, like, who was that?
Okay, they said that they were some reporters. Okay. Right,
I have my theory on who they are too, though. But go ahead.
Right, I know exactly who they were. So they said that they were some reporters, and they were sitting there the entire time we were talking to that other dude. Right. Now, a normal reporter would just come and put his mic over there by us and his camera, mm-hmm. and get the same feed that he was getting. Right. Mm-hmm. But these two brothers was just sitting there watching us.
Right.
And they were sitting in this van. So when we get in the car, that's when they decide. When we get on the street, that's when they decide to speak to us.
Right.
And they was like, "Y'all going here?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, "All right, come on. You know, I know where to go." So
y'all just followed them, right? Like you had the instinct to just be like, "Hey, let's trust them."
So like I said, they started to break the lights like a police escort.
Yeah.
Like they was pulling out in the middle of the street, right, and telling us to come on, and we turning at the lights. You know, the full 12, 13 car mm-hmm. convoy, and then they come catch up with us at the next light and stop the traffic. They did that all the way through the city, sir.
I heard.
So when we got to the part, the straightaway, mm-hmm. they stopped. We didn't see them no more. It was over. They just stopped right there, and it was over.
So and did you see him again?
Oh, we saw him again.
Okay, yeah, I heard after the federale shit, but it's like go ahead.
That's what made it. That's what confirmed to me that they were who I know they were.
Right. So we not gonna say it because we can't prove it, but goddamn, you feel me?
Right. Yeah. So we go through the city. We get there to the other side. When we get there, when we finally get to where we're going, you know, we had to stop and get gas. And when we stopped and got gas, the Mexican police pulled us over. And they were like, "Who are y'all? What are y'all doing?" You know, they wanted to get all the information. Yashikar, he did his thing. He broke it down to him, made him calm.
Give it up for that brother one more time, man. Because like, when the scriptures say that, we have scripture in Ecclesiastes when it says a two string, a three chord. You know what I'm talking about? that when y'all came together like that, though, y'all came together as Judites, Iskarites, and I don't know what other tribe you have out there, but just those two. You know what I mean? And of course, the Haitians, of course, where you came together, those two, to go save another tribe. And that brother used that language barrier because he understands Spanish and he speaks Spanish, and he's together and he's under authority with you. And it was just like the world, we're used to it because we're in the UPK, but when the world sees it, I love it. It looks so powerful.
It reaffirms.
It just looks like it looked like, God, why are they together?
Yeah.
It confuses them.
Yeah, because it's not normal.
It's not normal for a brother to be under authority from another man from another race. So when he's under authority and he's speaking the same thing Yatazak is speaking, you know what I mean? And they're together, they dress alike, they look like, they look alike, you know what I mean? The whole thing, that was just the thing that just put shit over the top. You feel what I mean? And it was just, but go ahead, Yatazak. What you about to say something?
Lost.
No,
go ahead, Yatazak.
no sweat, sir. So when we, after he break it down to him what we doing, and they let us go and they told us, look, just go up here, make a right, and it's right where y'all need to be. So when we get in the city,
that what Don said. They took pictures with y'all after that shit.
Oh yeah, they took pictures and all that.
Right.
But they were really taking pictures with us to take pictures of us.
I got you. God,
you know what I mean? That's what they were really doing. So when we get out on the street, we get to driving. Now we driving through Mexico, and it's a town, but we don't see any Haitians.
Right.
So we circled the city, and it's a 13-car caravan. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there's nothing in the street. So we didn't hit the same block at least 3 times because now we going in a circle.
Yeah.
Hold on, go ahead.
Hey, Cap, man, I want to say, man, on our way down there to that city of Acuna where they was at, man, we passed through like 4 little Mexican towns, man. I swear it was gonna be a little boy ride out in the street with a bike and just fall out in front of the caravan.
And it set it up, huh, to get y'all niggas.
Yeah, it set us all the way up,
man.
Bro. It was like,
y'all look like y'all had hella supplies probably with all them cars. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah,
so,
ready.
No, we couldn't have nothing in them cars. We couldn't bring.
I know, but they want the supplies in that big ass Penske truck y'all had.
Oh yeah, they would have. They sure would have got them if they would have.
Yeah.
So,
but the Lord was with y'all. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Lord was absolutely with us. So when we got there, we was riding through the city, and this car just pulled up with his brother and his sister, and they were like, "Ayeti, Ayeti, Ayeti."
Hey, what's that mean, Oscar? Ayeti.
Ayeti.
What's that mean? That means Haitian. God damn, I didn't even know that. Yatazak. It means Haitian. Say it again.
Ayeti. Ayeti.
Oh wow! So they came to you and said
they correlated the two. Like y'all looking for the Haitians.
Ayati.
Right.
Wow.
They were like Ayati. And the only reason I knew that, is because of.
No, go ahead. Yes, I'm gonna say that.
The only reason I knew that is because of major council when General Mahyman was asking how to say it so he can call them up to report. He was like, and when they said Ayati, I was like, oh, Haiti. They was like, yeah, follow up. There we go again, following
some random motherfuckers that just come out the blue and shit. But this is another thing too, though. You circled the city 3 times, and then this man finally came. You feel what I'm saying? Then they actually came like, oh, hey, Yankee? Like, it's scary to even talk about, but you know what I mean? We know what we're talking about. We're not going to go there. Go ahead, though. You got it.
Sir, that's absolutely right. We did. And when we got there, when they pulled up, we just started seeing cell phone lights shaking. They was shaking their phones like, hey, over here. And they were just coming out the trees and coming out the ground. It was like it was crazy.
If I could though, Yatazak, after all the hardship y'all went to actually get there, because you're not going there to save your life, you're going there to save people's life. You feel me?
Right.
So let me ask you something, man. How did you feel when you actually seen them Haitians come out? When you actually seen them come out, like you seen these brothers and sisters who went through the hardship they went through. And when you found them, how did that make you feel, if I could?
It was like, let's do it.
Yeah.
When we saw them and they was like, hey, help.
Yeah.
It was like,
Real.
It was like, let's kick into action. So once because the park was fenced off, I didn't want to just pull in there.
And what's that place called?
I don't know what the name of the park is.
And we don't know what the park name was.
But I mean, the city you was in.
Ciudad Acuna. Listen, this is what that was.
I hear. Hey, Ciudad Acuna. That nigga Dominican over there.
Nigga rolling his R's and everything.
He from New York though. You know New York niggas, they know little Spanish and shit, man. But go ahead though. Go ahead, y'all just said poquito.
Yeah, sir. So he was like, they pulled. We walked in there first to make sure we can, just to check it out, do some recon to make sure it was on toward. It wasn't no setup. We weren't gonna pull it to no trap or nothing.
Right, damn right.
We scoped it out, and we figured out how we was gonna set it up, and we put it in motion. We got in there, started breaking stuff down, putting up the camp equipment and all that, and it was so beautiful because they was coming out, they was watching, they was looking at us, but they spoke no English.
Yeah,
they didn't know nothing about what we was saying, what we was doing, so they were just looking. And so once we hooked up some speakers, and we got Yatazar on the phone, and Yatazar started talking to them, like you can see in their eyes, they were like, oh my, like they hadn't heard nobody speak their language. The only language they heard was Spanish. You know what I mean? So to hear somebody speak their language, it really put their guards down, like, damn, they really here for us.
Damn. That shit is so cold, man.
Did he really break shit down for 6 hours?
So like I said, when I tell you he had a camp speaking, and I mean it flowed so perfect. It was no dead air. You know how when you at camp you say no dead air.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
who was the brother reading from?
He was from Haiti. Damn. He was reading in Creole.
Yeah.
I'm talking about they broke it down for the whole entire time we was out there was no dead air. So I was like, all right. I stopped him for a second. I said, hey, tell them to line up. He said, I already did. And I looked out in the crowd and they were getting in a single file line. I was like, oh, okay. Well, tell them to go to the table. And he started telling them, and they walked over to the table in a straight line. And that's another thing. Because people try to make our people seem like we so crazy and we some savages and we just don't have no control or no discipline. Man, I didn't hear them people talking. They wasn't talking. It wasn't no pushing, no arguing. They got in a single fine line, and they walked over there with so much respect and discipline. They got what they needed. I didn't see not one of them come back twice.
Spiritually, they are a very classy tribe. Spiritually, you know what I mean? They are a very, very classy tribe. Of course, the enemy then pushed them down to be something else. But they are very much a very organized and classy and high class tribe. But go ahead, Zlaki.
And that's exactly what they displayed the other night. It was beautiful to see the discipline they had. Yeah. So this is the part that really got real spiritual for me. All of the Issacharites that stayed in Mexico knew where we were at because we said it on the news. Right. They started to all pull up.
The who?
All of them.
Who?
Issachar.
If I may, sir, it was like 3 families that I spoke to that spoke English out there, and they said they only came to the park because they seen us on the news.
Wow, and they wanted to see y'all in person, man. Y'all was fucking.
Everybody, we seen y'all live on the news, so we came straight down here.
Sir, we got pictures with these people
because you fucking heroes, man. Like,
right, sir, we got pictures.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. My bad,
with these people, if I could, sir, we got pictures with these. I'm talking about these people were taking pictures with us like we were Michael Jordan, sir. I mean,
you were though.
You were taking you know what I mean? Pictures with us, and they meant it.
Crazy thing is, sir, they were sending their kids like to come stand next to us and take pictures of their kids with us.
Man, that's biblical.
4-year-old kids.
Right.
Hey, and listen, I saw them putting up the fist, hardcore too in the pictures. They was in the stance and everything, man.
Man, listen, it's beautiful. Listen, man, when Christ walked through this city, his sister had to touch the hem of her garment
just to get healed.
She wanted to touch it. You feel me? Just the hem of it. So when y'all came through, man, y'all had the Spirit of Christ on y'all, man. They rocking with y'all. They want to just be a part of what y'all doing. That's why it was so beautiful because it was so much involved in going down there. It wasn't just, you know what I mean, I gotta go get this food and this water to help these Haitian brothers and sisters who are my brothers. But the whole thing, the hardship, all those things added on to you and your men to the point where, you know what I mean, the Lord glorified it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm gonna say it. I can't prove it, but them angels came through in them vans, man. Them angels came through in them vans, right? I wasn't gonna say that, but you know what I mean. God damn, that makes sense.
You didn't say nothing wrong, sir, because when we left and we got out of there, we got lost when we got back to the border. So let me tell you something. We were on a back street on the side of the bridge in a dark alley in a back parking lot. Like, I'm talking about lost.
Lost.
The GPS had the demon on them. Like the GPS.
This is after this shit or before?
Yeah, this is after we done. And we leaving. And the GPS was like, yeah, it ain't going nowhere. It just had us.
Cut. Now it's time to die.
This is the time to die right now. And I'm talking about they had us in the darkest. We were in the valley of shadow of death.
But you feared no evil, my nigga.
We feared no evil. And guess who popped up?
Nah, don't say it.
The exact same black van. It's 5 a.m.
See what I'm talking about? Like,
it's 5 a.m. They popped up in the dark back alley corner I'm talking about out of nowhere, and they was like, "Hey, you going to the border? You trying to get out of it?" I'm like, "Yeah." Hey, come on, follow me,
bruh.
And they led us right out of there to the border. And as soon as we got to the border and got up in there, they burnt out. Didn't see them no more,
bruh. I mean, listen, like, but keep it real though, right? If I can speak on this, if you go read the precepts, anytime someone was, accounted by an angel, you know what I mean? That's how it comes. You feel me? The author of that breaks down, that gives you that chapter and all that, he tells you it's an angel because he knows. But does the person really know it's an angel? You feel what I'm saying? Like, the author knows it's an angel because that's the spirit of the Lord is on him when he's writing the chapter. You know what I mean? With the verse. But does the person know that that's actual angel coming to them? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like that. That's just like Toby. Toby was walking through. He thought it was some old man helping him, telling them to cut the guts out of that fish and do this and that. He just listened to his elder.
Yes. You think that angel that came to Joseph and said, take your woman, take your wife. You think he knew that was an angel?
Right.
Like, it was some nigga that gave him some game.
And Salaki, sir, Joshua, he for damn sure didn't know because he pulled his sword out. Nigga, who are you, friend or foe?
Come on now. Look. So now you gonna tell me this Mexican cat that just popped up in a black van in a dark alley 2-3 times and said, "You gonna follow me?" Like, nigga, that's a chariot on wheels, nigga. You ain't even
exactly
know.
What he did. And I'm talking about the truck looked like the kidnapped truck. Right. You know what I mean? It wasn't presentable. It was all black, tinted, dirty. It was like, and we was laughing because when he waved at us, it was like he didn't even know how to wave. We was like, they got
some angels down here that don't know how to wave and shit.
Yeah, we was like that was an extraterrestrial wave.
There was nothing normal about that situation.
It was an extraterrestrial way. That nigga was waving like he was waving like this and shit. Nigga was pointing, waving like, all right, y'all.
Yeah, all right, but that means go, get the fuck about it.
He for sure know how to drive though. He was knowing how to drive, but that wave was a little. It wasn't calculated into his spirit, you feel me?
Right, like his palm was out farther than his fingers. Like his fingers was back, but his palm was out. Like he was honking a horn. Nah, that ain't right. Like his palm was facing him though. He was like, nah.
That nigga was doing the John Cena with y'all. You can't see
it. He was like, nah, you just gave up your identity right there.
Oh man. Hey.
And this is the coldest part about it. So we get a report today, and they saying that, yeah, man, ever since y'all left, you know, the state police, the National Guard, the state troopers, and some militias pulled up. They pulled up at 5 in the morning when y'all left. We left at 4.
Right. Damn.
And they said they were looking for us in the city. They were trying all those group of people were looking for us in the city and couldn't find us. So if we would have been, if we wouldn't have gotten out of the city, they would have found us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so to find that out, they just reassured us, like, see, man, them angels came and got us out of there right on time, because they was, you know, once we crossed that border, it was too late. We was good.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It was a beautiful experience just to be able to. It was
you are the
it.
prophets of God, man. You know what I'm saying?
Come
like,
on.
And that ain't them angels being there for you that's just what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but like I'm telling you from my perspective, just to watch it and see it, brother, I was just a loss for words. I was like, these niggas are doing the thing that is just the amazing. Like, you're doing the amazing thing to do. Like, we're watching it. Like, everyone that's not in Texas with y'all, we're watching like with our jaws drop. Like, huh? Like, oh my God, this is fucking incredible. This is for real. Like, this is incredible. Like, and then it was just it let me know, like, for sure, like, and the Lord had his hand in this. And it also let me know, like, all the trouble. Like, you know, I know y'all had ins and outs that not caught on camera. But the shit, even like, oh, we going over here. No, y'all can't come over. Y'all gotta give it to a church. Okay, we're not giving it to the church. Where else can we go? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you seen it through all the way through, and that's what made it more amazing, because you went there. Nah, you got denied there. You went through so much. You got there at fucking midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning or something, right?
Right. We got there. When we got to the actual place we dropped off the food, it had to be after 1.
Yeah. And then you there, and the brother breaking down the precepts. Y'all got the camp equipment set up. They seeing the shit. The angels walking through the camp. I'm talking about the brothers you was with, and they garments walking through. You feel me? Everyone got the camera out. It was so beautiful, man. The water they was giving, the oranges, them Haitian cats and brothers and sisters. It looked so. It just sometimes you want. Like, I said it. I posted a picture of of what y'all did, or like a YouTube channel, and I was like, man, not only did y'all feed them, man, y'all comforted them. You know what I mean?
Right.
That you comforted them and let them know that, man, like, y'all care. You know what I mean? Like, the white man don't care, but these brothers cared about us. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Quan.
And if go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. Nah, do your thing. Listen.
Now, I just want to say this. The most important thing about all of this, it was not about the food that we gave out. It was not about the water. Because, you know, they gonna drink the water up. They gonna eat the water up.
Yeah.
But now they know that their prophets is no longer hidden in the corner.
Yeah.
Now they know exactly where to go and get help, because we gave them a water that they'll never thirst again.
Right.
And we gave them the truth.
This nigga is so cold.
We gave them a truth, and the truth is what's gonna set them free.
Listen.
And that's what they saw when they saw us come. They saw freedom.
Yeah.
They saw that we was willing to travel over the border to come and see our brothers and sisters. No matter what the restriction was, we made a way. And they saw real freedom, and they heard the real voice of the Lord, because Yatazar was dropping it. And even after they got their food, they put their food down and came back to the speakers and just stood there and listened, because whatever he was saying to them, it was hitting them. You know what I mean? And that's what the real mission was about. The real mission was for the truth. It was for Christ's kingdom. It had nothing to do with the food and the water. That was a mirage to get them so that we can go ahead and teach them about the truth. And that's what people don't understand. People think it's about the resources and all that. We use the resources as a tool to get you to get your mind so you can come into this body and learn. Right, to learn who you are.
Use it as an investment. Man. You know what I mean? Like, you said it so right, man. Like, the metaphor behind it is, come get this food and drink. But you give them water for a little bit, and you said it so right. Like, but then they really got sanctified. They really got the opportunity to find the real well. You know what I mean? So
Man,
that's so.
If I may, right?
Like that,
and what's so powerful about what y'all brothers did is on the outside looking in, you can now teach that concept of fully understanding. I love my brother more than I love myself.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like you brothers, like you said, brothers lost sleep. Brothers had to road trip. Brothers had to maneuver. Like most people would have given up with the obstacles that was in front of y'all. But y'all decided that regardless of anything, we must complete the mission. And in completing that mission, like it was, listen, like that shit was so inspirational. It was so brotherly. It was so much love. It was everything that it like you know, like it make you think about, you know, what's that? Acts the 2nd chapter, the day of Pentecost.
Yeah,
I mean,
thought about
it
that.
makes you think about that when you think about the brother speaking. You know what I'm saying? In Creole, like, you know what I mean? You said like they didn't understand nothing brothers was saying, but we found a way to make sure we could speak to our people.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it was done. And it was done in such a fashion that it shook the earth. It shook the earth a little bit to where even like just to think about like the news broadcasting when like y'all was so powerful and so cold and just so surgical with it. It even made them say underneath the Biden and Trump administration, the people feel nothing is changed. It's the same regardless. And you were so cold. Now I think brothers was sleeping a little bit, and I ain't saying they was, but Salaki, you know what I mean? Apologize if in the way I'm saying this, but that parable or the example that you gave with the bird and the different wings, people like if nobody heard you, they heard you when you said that.
He said the house is divided.
Yeah, he said, listen, how the hell can a bird with 2 wings fly with 1 wing? If he's flying with 1, he's going to die. You know what I mean? That shit was so heavy. When I heard it, I replayed that shit so many times. I sat back and said, this nigga is a prophet of God. You understand?
I love Yatazar. Hey, listen, I love Yatazar, but I know Kahan when I hear him. Kahan one of the coldest niggas with that type of shit. He be rapping when he break down.
Listen, the scriptures say, "Lo, the men that labor among you."
Go ahead, Yatazar.
Hey, if I could, sir, everything you hear me say, it come from Captain Kahan because that's who I talk to every day about everything. So yeah, you gonna hear Captain Kahan come out of me because that's who been raising me since day one.
You fucking right,
man.
Yeah, I mean it was so beautiful and glorious to just be able to do it, and I want to say this too. This ain't no Texas thing. This was for the nation.
Man,
the nation, you know what I'm saying? The UPK is now to where people understand that we not everybody else. We not like everybody else. What we do, we set apart. We for real about this. Man. We ain't out here. We ain't no Bible thumpers. We ain't out here scripture banging or, you know what I'm saying? We ain't just coming out with these ranks and all that kind of stuff for nothing. They got to see rank, order, discipline, structure. You know what I'm saying? They got to see real unity between men. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the one of the sisters out there, she was like, "Well, y'all women," it was like at home, sleep, dealing with the kids. They're like, "Well, why aren't they out here?" Well, I was like, "Why? To die?"
Right.
And then the woman in her kicked in, and she's like, "Yeah, you're right." So we don't want our women in harm's way. We want our women safe. And wouldn't you want to be safe in a situation like this? And she was like, "Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Woman, go ahead and put your feet up because our women are supposed to be tender and delicate."
But listen, though, they gotta understand though. Like, you a woman for a reason. Let warriors do what warriors do. Though.
Hey,
you know like that.
Let soldiers do what soldiers do. You know what I'm saying? So. You was absolutely right in what you said and what y'all did, man. And I want to say it to you, man. Not only you said it's a UPK thing, that's for sure. We love that you did this for the nation, but at the same time, I know you as an opportunity. When you see opportunity, you've been like this since you came in. You see opportunity, you feast. You start foaming at the mouth. You start foaming at the mouth. You get your mind start working. I know.
We can go do what?
Yeah.
You know my nigga.
Like, I really know.
Like,
Y'all
no, it's like,
opportunity comes. That's why I said earlier, it's no one's destined for anything. But when opportunity comes, you feel me? Brothers got to go get it. This brother wants to go get it done,
if
man,
I may,
at a high level. Listen,
y'all
operated at a high level, man. Straight up.
If I could,
Go ahead.
If I could, sir, I think it was like, I don't know if it was like a week ago or a week and a half ago. I hit you randomly. I was like, man, sir, your zeal is truly inspirational. That and I don't know where that came from. I saw something, I don't remember what it was. I was like, man, like everybody motivates me differently, but you did. It was something the Lord.
It was the boot kids with the
Celtic.
The Celtic.
I was like, man, what the hell? Like, and then you said something. I don't know who said it, but it was like, I think General Mayak said it. He said, all of Norse mythology or whatever it's called, all those guys just bowed down to the true God. I was like, damn, that was so heavy to me. And I was like, sir, that was slacking. That was heavy.
Man, this brother is an opportunity seeker. Like he sees that opportunity, man.
Deep.
And them men get behind them, man. Y'all want to go, like I said, y'all operate at a high level, bro.
Facts.
Sir,
go ahead.
If I could, sir, Captain Kahan always tell us to strike while the iron is hot.
Right.
Anytime the iron is hot, we gonna strike.
Listen.
We ironing. We laying the pants down, the shirt. We getting creased up because we are coming because the iron is hot, and that's how we've been raised since we've been in the truth.
Damn right.
Every time an opportunity presents itself, Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane this and whatever arrives, that's a time for right. That's a time for people to
ready.
See. Yeah. That's a time for people to see the Lord.
Damn right.
So that's all we doing. We just showing them how real the Lord is by the work He sends us to do.
Man, listen, we appreciate that.
Yeah,
like that's real. No, I'm just saying, like I don't want no brother to ever think this was ever a light thing. You know what I mean? I know it could in your mind, it could go, man, I just do the work of the Lord. Like, this is what I'm supposed to do. But I need brothers to understand this is not a light thing. Like,
once you cross a border, it'll get crazy.
No, real talk. And it's crazy, like, because we've, those conversations have been had, and you sit back, and a lot of people that, were looking at us had an assumption of us. And they didn't think we were going to be able to do the things that we did. Like, you brothers crossed barriers that they haven't crossed. Like, you brothers went into Mexico. Like people thought, oh, you ain't going to go to Mexico. You niggas ain't going to do with the cartel. Nigga, we going to go wherever the Lord decides to fucking send us, nigga. You know what I mean? And you brothers made that, you stamped that approval like, nigga, listen, it ain't about being rah-rah tough. It's about, listen, I serve the living God. I serve the one that's, that killed the whole earth and saved but 8 people. And because I know that, this is why I move the way I move. And the way y'all brothers did that and handled that, and y'all went the extra mile to ensure to get the mission completed. Yeah. It should allow every brother that saw that, if you don't have a reason to do this work, that's the reason then.
If I could.
Sir.
Hey, y'all do that. Malakwa said, I taught y'all just like everything you know. That nigga just texted me right now. Hey, y'all just like, he just texted me right now. He said, man, I taught Cap everything you know.
Listen, I love that nigga.
Go ahead, Yadi. Go ahead, Yadi. Mind you, that's his nigga. That's his nigga. Go ahead, Yadi.
If I could, I gotta say this because all of this was done with my brothers.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like we wouldn't have, I didn't do none of this alone. Like everybody had the courage to do this. Everybody knew the danger. Everybody knew what we were stepping into. We knew it was the cartel. We knew everything about what we were doing, and everybody was like, "Let's do it."
Yeah.
And that right there, sir, that's just a beautiful thing to be walking around it's one thing for niggas to be saying, I'm in the truth, no cowards, one West. But to be walking around with niggas that live it and that's about it, that's unmatched. And my brothers that was with me, now one of them was a coward. Nobody, it was no even sense of fear in the midst of us. And I just want to thank every last one of them brothers, you know what I mean, for standing beside me. You know what I mean? I know it was the Lord, but I just thank them brothers for being just real niggas.
Y'all just like the scripture say, man, there's a friend that love you all the time, but then there's a brother built for adversity, born for adversity, and you got brothers born for adversity around you, man, straight up. And I love every single one of them brothers that went and did that. I'm so amazed. I'm just in all of it. But you know, that's how Commander Juniana raised us, man. Like, you know what I mean? I'm glad y'all got to show it. You feel me? But shit, hey. We got a border too. I'm waiting for my turn.
Look, and listen, I'm glad you said that.
I'm waiting for my turn.
Now listen, not to take nothing, but I'm saying in the sense of this.
I want to glorify
every brother better watch and pay attention, because your turn is on the way.
You feel me?
And if your turn on the way, you better not fail.
Listen, man, you see that opportunity, go take it, man.
Go ahead.
Go take it.
And so, like, if I could, I've been foaming at the mouth ever since the Kentucky 8 got their opportunity.
You feel me?
I was like, we gotta get our time.
Man, listen, I've been carrying around a big stick waiting for that type of shit. Like, y'all running up? Oh, I thought they was running up, number one. I thought they wanted some
I thought they wanted all the issues.
My bad, yo.
Nah, real talk.
Nah, go ahead, y'all. You said it right, though. Go ahead.
No, that's it, sir. That's exactly what we was like. We just been waiting on our opportunity to prove ourselves to our king and to our father that we some real niggas too.
Oh man, this didn't have to happen for us to know that, but I'm glad it did. So the world seen it though.
Yeah,
you feel me? I'm glad the world. I'm glad Fox got down on it. ABC, whoever the fuck seeing it. I don't know it was like 3 news outlets, big outlets that got at y'all and hollered at y'all, and y'all handled yourself like straight UPK professionals on camera, like I expected y'all to do. And it was so beautiful because the world is scared to death of niggas like us. Man, you know what I'm saying? Scared to death. They seen you and that Mexican brother on the camera together, and they was scared to death.
Man. And look, Sluggy, sir, now look, because it was done in Mexico. Yeah. Mexico has its own parameters. So their Telemundos and their their shows.
Y'all ain't even got them news outlets yet.
Yeah, them news outlets touch Guatemala. Facts. They touch Venezuela. They touch all those locations. So what brothers don't realize, they actually put the Northern Kingdom on notice. Yeah. That there's Black and Hispanic love on this side, man. And that there's a spot and a home for them to go called the ISUPK. Where they can actually get the resources, the love, the consideration that they've always been looking for.
Man, listen.
Because it's going to happen.
California be ready.
Man.
Florida be ready.
Get your passports ready.
Like Florida, Cubans about to come through again.
Listen, come on. You know
what I mean? Them Haitians, them Mexicans, and on right there on TJ, they about to come through again. They about to come back again on Mexico. And trust me, when they come back to Texas, they're gonna be like, "Where's them UPK?"
Look, real talk.
They're gonna be expecting y'all next time, y'all design.
And they're gonna expect them because they understood what they did, and it was so brotherly, and it's like everybody truly is looking for that love and that camaraderie and that respect for one another. And like General said, like he was bringing down this class earlier today, like, it's one thing to cause division because all the hate that you have amongst each other in the different tribes. But look how beautiful you can turn it around when you show love and consideration for one another.
Damn right.
Like, and when you do that, like, that's what made them sisters and brothers out there say, man, get out there and go take pictures with them. Go go get next to them. Go be in the midst of them, because now we may not see in the hindsight, but maybe that little brother that's in Mexico right now might have the courage in a couple of years to say, I'm going to be a UPK soldier like those brothers that came and saved the Haitians, and not saved, but helped the Haitian brothers and sisters that was in need. And they came and helped the Hispanics was in need. I must do what they did because they showed me what real love for my people was. Like that is the domino effect that we don't see, but it's on the way. I promise you.
That shit is. So like, if I could, real quick, I'm gonna give it right to you. I'm trying to go off with what the brother said. That shit is fulfilling, man. As a man, come on. As a person who want to serve God, that's what we do this for. So I know it just. Go ahead, y'all. It's just amazing, man. I'm just speaking on y'all behalf. It's just amazing. You know what I mean?
I just want to say today, me and Yashikar, we had an interview with a podcast because in Mexico, Yashikar is famous in Mexico right now. he is absolutely famous, and they went and they started pulling pictures from his Facebook, from his past.
The brother told me. Go ahead, though.
Right, and they were trying to drag him through the mud and the school, and they started to call us the Israeli kings, and we was a gang and we were a cartel, and they were trying to take the glory from the Lord. And if y'all get a chance to watch that interview tonight,
send it to me, huh?
Please.
Share
that on your page.
On my page. I did. I shared it on my page, and I was late to his interview because he was late sending me the link because we were supposed to start at 8:30. He sent me the link at 8:40. So from 8:30 to 8:50, I wasn't in there because I was in class. And I was like, I'm not going to rush over there with him. If you ain't serious, I ain't serious. So he was talking mad shit before we got in there. And when we got in there, it was, he had to retract all that. And all of the people that was in there that was asking questions, they got answered. And by the end of it, it was a totally different spirit on that brother. And I pray the Lord, bring everybody that was on that feed that heard what we said tonight. I hope they get that number, a phone call, and they can get an opportunity to experience the love and the brotherhood that we experience coming in here. And it's just a beautiful thing because our people lack that. Right. They lack that love and that compassion, and that's what was kind of explaining to them tonight. Like, y'all want to step on us and y'all want to talk about this when we ain't burning no crosses in nobody's yard. We ain't strapping no bombs to our chest and, you know what I'm saying, doing it for our God like that. So why are y'all so mad at us? The action that you saw from us was a real act of love, but the action that we see from your religion is real hate. So how can you call us a hate group and an extremist? Yeah, we are extreme.
All that.
Do you know how extremely crazy it was for us to come? Right. That was extreme. Yeah, we are extremists. We love our people so much. We are extremely stupid enough to be fools for Christ and die. Damn right. That's how extreme we are.
Biblical. We shall be fools for Christ's sake. It's like
that's exactly what we are. That's how extreme we are, but not like you're saying. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was an excellent interview tonight, and it was excellent to just, like the UPK, man. I just want to say, Barakatah Yahweh, Yahweh.
Damn right, 100, man.
For Commanding General Yohana,
the only leader.
You know what I mean? The Commander General Yohana is such a awesome leader, man, and it's not easy to convince him to do something because he loves us so much, but he always remembers the mission, the mission is the kingdom of heaven.
Damn right.
And that's what we working for. That's what we all putting our brick in for, so we can get the kingdom. And I say this all the time to my men, Christ didn't die for you to become rich. Christ didn't die for you to, live your best life. Christ said, seek ye first his kingdom and his righteousness, and then all these things will be added unto you. So everybody right now is fighting for their own righteousness and their own kingdom and their own riches and their own wealth and their own businesses and all that. But our king didn't give his life for you to have that before he sits on his throne.
That's facts. And that's why go ahead.
So once he sits on his throne and he gets it, then we can rest, and now we can start worrying about ourselves because our king got what he died for. But until then, we on the clock for him.
But it starts with this though, Yazazat. It starts with loving your brother though. That's what y'all. That's what y'all showed.
Yep.
And it starts with loving your brother first. I mean, you love your brother, then your brother's gonna love the next brother, and we gonna love each other, and we gonna come together, and we gonna do what the Lord wants. And I mean, and that's what y'all exemplified.
Absolutely,
motherfucking Acuna. You feel me? So it was beautiful. You want to say something?
I was gonna say, and it's just perfect. You know what I mean? Which brothers did, and remember, like you were saying, just to piggyback off what you were saying, the kingdom of heaven does not come by observation alone. You got to build the kingdom of heaven, and the only way we're gonna do it is by acts of brotherhood and kindness and love that you brothers exemplify, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and listen, prepare yourself, get ready, because a lot of brothers is gonna have their opportunity. You know what I mean? Kentucky hate, like you brought it out, Cap. You said Kentucky, yeah, you was waiting for your turn. Now we got the mission to Acuna, and it was certified. It's certified so much it's gonna be talked about in every school across the world because it deserves to be talked about. You know what I mean? Who's next? Who's ready to prove that they don't just talk this shit, but they walk and talk this shit? Damn right. You know what I mean? Who's ready to say, listen, my brothers mean so much to me that I follow a king that didn't deserve to die, that so much, if I have to take the same route that he took, then so be it. That's what brothers are saying, man. And listen, this is not for the weak-hearted. If you don't think you can do this, it's fine. Listen, step to the side. Let real men that want to dwell with their king, man, in glory.
Hey, Yazazat.
You know what I mean?
Yazazat. Was Black Lives Matter down there?
Damn.
Where were they?
Oh, Yazazat, was they down there?
Like it's we didn't have to stand in line to fight for nobody standing in front of us.
I'm just saying, was Black Lives Matter down there though?
Black Lives Matter wasn't down there. The Christian church wasn't down there. The Muslim mosque, the conscious community was unconscious. We were alone.
So you telling me they wasn't down there?
They were not down there, sir.
Damn, but the UPK was.
Yeah, because we in the streets.
I'm just saying, man.
10 toes down, sir.
I'm just saying.
I mean, they scared to come outside.
Obviously,
man,
because they're not gonna be led by angels.
Shit, they're gonna be led by polite. This is your king.
Yeah, they're gonna be led by motherfucking niggas about to ambush. They like, Haiti, yeah, come here, nigga, come behind this tree. It said, give it all up. Yeah, give it all up, nigga, because y'all not it, bro.
Yeah, nah.
I'll be damn. I would let Black Lives Matter come down here.
Nah,
but these niggas right here, they look crazy. They look crazy.
Where
y'all need to go?
Yeah, no, look, man, that's the cold part too, brothers have a look that was like, dude, y'all need some help.
Yeah.
I think we should help them because they don't look like they're not here. They're not here playing.
Yeah. Hey, Yadi, I appreciate you and your time, man.
Hey, Dawada, I know you on here too. We appreciate you too. I know you
appreciate your time, man. Before y'all get off, man, y'all want to say anything else, man?
Y'all do, if I may.
Go ahead, Dawada.
I just want to say one thing, man, that really touched me, man. When we got back and when we looked at that Fox News and they talked about what we did and they showed them that live video of them crossing that water to come and get them supplies we left, man, it was a breath of fresh air from all of them videos we were seeing, from the hate that they was getting from them border patrols on them horses, man. Like, to see the news, broadcasting them coming across the water to get something that we was able to provide in the UPK was a breath of fresh air, man. That shit was really touching, man. Like, to see them doing that, man, getting those resources, man.
And y'all did that. But y'all did that. We're CNN with that coverage. You feel what I'm saying? CNN need to cover these black niggas out there with motherfucking garments, giving out food and aid. They call y'all Haitian aid workers, man. I said, these Haitian aid workers. they said, yeah, these Haitian aid workers. They was out there fighting for their Haitian aid workers. Yeah. I said, damn,
that's fine.
That sounded no. That sounded so beautiful. I'm like, these niggas is Haitian aid workers. Okay, add Haitian prophet. or Haitian aid worker prophets of God.
Not real tough.
That's all.
Right.
I mean, it was amazing. They said Haitian aid workers because they was aiding the Haitians in their trouble.
No,
which
real
is so
tough.
true.
Facts.
Just add
Right.
prophets in that shit though too.
And be ready to say I'm a Mexican aid worker.
Yeah.
Of what is it? Puerto Rican aid worker.
Right.
Yeah, I'm saying Guatemalan.
All I'm
Just as
saying-
long as you put that stamp on
Listen,
all of us.
that was beautiful that they said that you was a Haitian aid worker, and then they said why most of y'all was slaves.
Hey, yo, that
Hey,
shit.
while most of us
that was
ain't
when they-
listen,
these niggas was
Yeah.
up
helping the
Haitians.
people. Like, you know, they say that shit like when people like in like sports and athletes,
Yeah.
like, nigga, when I'm
Yeah.
while you sleep,
Yeah.
I'm working out.
Yes.
Like I'm getting
that's
to
them.
it and
That
I'm
was them.
progressing.
Y'all was
Nigga.
rocking it.
Man, you
They
man.
getting better while y'all
Yeah, you
sleep.
think, man, that shit was misleading.
Listen, hey, I was up
That
in
was
the
a
spirit
moment.
sharing y'all shit on.
God.
I was like,
God.
damn, what y'all? Damn, I was gonna call you guys, but I was like, this nigga shit Roman.
Mexico. Yeah, I don't know if he got international call.
I was like, y'all need gas,
Look,
nigga. Let me give
hey,
y'all gas.
That's something we got to do now. We got to work on making sure our phone service got international calling now, because niggas is stepping into new territories
Yeah,
and shit.
The rocket, sir.
I want to get a flight, but I know
Go
that was
ahead.
gonna be done. Go ahead. So like,
Hey, that's so true, because that's another thing too. When we stepped into Mexico, we didn't have nothing, and our phones wasn't even working. Like we was,
I know
it
it started Roman.
was-
You can't do shit.
Right.
We want Roman
It was-
minutes, nigga, for $1
was
a
us and the
second.
Lord,
Yeah,
and that's exactly why the GPS was acting up,
yeah.
because we were roaming. So it was just it's a beautiful thing though. The Lord brought us through that.
Man, I hate the dragon, but damn, just damn, man, get it
Man.
back.
Heavy.
Y'all just keep doing that shit, keep working. Y'all just like, man, keep seeking opportunity. Man, I'm praying for the opportunity. I know you pray for it too, though. You know what I mean?
Keep your foot on their neck.
It's so beautiful that y'all did this for,
Nation.
not just for the Haitians, but for to glorify the Lord and see that the Lord is with the ISUBK. And I
That's
know
right.
that every fake Israelite group out there that's seen that said, damn, let me throw this purple to the fucking fire furnace, nigga. Let me throw this,
Right.
let me get rid of this rape doctrine. Let me
Get all
rid of
those
this
white.
7 white people shit, and let me get down
Right.
with real prophets of God, because they are doing the work
Right.
that the Lord commissioned us to do. And I am bullshitting. I am fake.
Strip
Yeah,
club.
no, real
If
talk.
you are-
Strip club
listen,
Passover.
If you a fake Israelite and you see what my brothers down in Texas say, I am fake, man.
No,
And I went to Africa to support a nigga who is a child molester. I know I went out there to
and a
Africa,
homosexual,
and a homosexual.
because they do over there.
Yeah. I went all the way to Africa. Meanwhile, I got fucking Haitians in Mexico that need my help.
And look,
You feel what I'm saying?
Look,
It's like, nah, let's get
if I may,
though.
real quick though, on Haiti though, just to go, like, this how you know this guy's people. Like, they don't get no respect from Americans in the Western civilization inside in this side of the map, and they didn't even get respect from the African side. They weren't like they quote unquote they weren't African enough.
Yeah.
That's because they're not African. They're God chosen people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And when you start to see the hell and the poverty and the issues that they have to go through as a Black and Hispanic and Native American Indian, how could you not relate? How could you not understand that these are your people? Like, I know it's hard for a lot of y'all conspiracy theorists and, overnight Israelites. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna call you your overnight Israelites. You know what I mean? You don't do this work. You heard us on YouTube and you picked up a Bible. You know what I mean? Y'all don't believe in that chart. Y'all don't believe in the spirit of the Lord. You know what I mean? The same spirit that built that chart was the same spirit that got them brothers to go out there and push the agenda to feed and clothe and reassure their brother that help is on the way.
Hey, y'all just I don't know if you seen it, but I don't want to. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. But Jeremiah was talking about, man. Can you imagine Abba Bivin seen this?
Man, listen.
You know what I mean? That Yaquab seen what these brothers did. Man. You feel what I'm saying? And what's the brother name? Arya. That they
He probably did.
If he seen what these brothers in Texas did, man, they shed tears, bro. I don't care where they at right now. I know some dead, but some of them alive. They shed tears. They seen.
They realized they left this shit in the right man's hand.
Yes, and they built this shit up, and y'all did what the Lord, and they know the Lord is with us.
The water
and was with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Why this whole thing? I ain't gonna hold y'all. We gonna unless y'all want to say something, we're gonna let y'all go. Yatazakin Dawada. We appreciate your time. We appreciate
Most
y'all
time,
breaking it
real
down
talk.
for us and giving us everything. You know what I mean? And Lord allow, we see y'all in Texas in October.
Lord allow, this
October
jury duty
7th,
ain't
8th,
fucked me up.
9th, 10th, 11th, and shit.
I'm trying to get out this jury duty so I can roll.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But y'all want to say anything before we roll?
Yeah, I just want to say, man, y'all come out to that cookout, man. We're gonna have a glorious time. You know, we're gonna show the brotherhood and sisterhood. It's gonna be an excellent event. So y'all make sure y'all come out. I look forward to seeing all the brothers and sisters. And Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Yeah, man.
Damn right. Shalom, Mike. Y'all about to
Y'all about to the thumb.
All right, with that, man, this One West Radio, we are going to conclude this episode, man. We'll see y'all next Thursday. Hey, if it ain't left, it's right. Y'all niggas is left, so let's get right. Shalom.
One West in the building.